My name is Michael Bixler. This is Alex Barber. We went through the police academy with Matthew Baxter. Though the class graduated and everyone went their separate ways, we didn't. We stayed brothers. 4 years ago, Matthew Baxter and I started the police academy, strangers from different worlds. Matt was a tough inner-city kid from Baltimore. I was a dorky college boy from the suburbs of Orlando. Matt's confidence and leadership abilities were quickly noticed by our instructors, and he was awarded the position of squad leader, first squad leader, the squad we were placed in. After 5 months of academic tests, grueling physical workouts, Matt and I would graduate as brothers. Not brothers because we wore a uniform. Alex and I loved Matt like we loved our mothers, fathers, and our siblings. Brotherhood isn't decided by blood. After completing the field training program, Matt and I would realize our dream, working together night shift. For 3 years, we responded to calls together, chased bad guys, and experienced the ups and downs of policing. There's no denying that Matt was a heck of a cop. His monthly stats prove that. I'm not here to tell you today about Officer Matthew Baxter. Enough's been said about that. I'm here to tell you about Matthew Baxter, a devoted husband who fiercely loved his wife, a loving father who dedicated his life to his daughters, and a man I was proud to call a part of the Bixler family. Though Matt kept his personal life hidden from most, he never hid his love from anyone for his wife. Many of our conversations would talk about his love for her, how much he cared about her, and his desire for her to leave this dangerous job. As he said, I can't protect her all the time if she's on the streets. If everyone can bear with me for this, okay? I promise you I'm going somewhere, right? A true testament to his love for Sadia was displayed to me while attending this man's bachelor party. I know. To the wives and girlfriends of the men on that trip, and to the Lord, I apologize, we lied. We found ourselves at a professional dance establishment. I couldn't let him away from me because he was the cool guy and I was the dork. So midway through the night, he grabs me by the shoulder and he says, Bixler, what are we doing in here? My wife is more beautiful than any female in here. What are we doing? That stuck with me to this day, Sadia. It's something I never wanted to tell you, obviously. But, you know, I felt now was the time. When Matt and I first met, he was single, young, no responsibilities, the way every man wishes they could live forever. Our conversations involved fast cars, nice clothes. God, the man could dress. Sorry, Lord. When he had children, he changed. No longer did I get text messages from the car he was looking at buying or the car he was working on. It was his yard, the yard of his house, the mulch he put in, the playroom he built for his daughters. He was so proud of that. We talk about that all the time. It's difficult right now to be in policing. It's a tough time, and one of the things him and I spoke about was life outside of this job. He comes to me and he says, Bixler, you know, could I go get a job elsewhere making more money? It's like, I don't want my daughters to ever want for something and I can't afford it. We talked about that all the time. It was one of the biggest decisions he was trying to make in his life, was caring for his wife and his family. As I saw, as he, child after child, he was a father only one day I can hope to be. I know Matt wouldn't like me sharing this side about him because he kept it very close. But that the last 3 months of last year, I went through some pretty trying times on the job. I responded to numerous medical calls involving the death of infants, which took a serious toll on me, on top of a mutual friend of ours going through a tragedy. I questioned every day coming into this job. When I put this uniform on and drove into the city, I talked to him all the time. What are we doing? We're not making a difference. He used to always tell me, yeah, come on, man, just keep it going. Keep it going. You got this. My attitude had changed at work. I wasn't doing anything. So one day, everyone who's ever worked patrol can understand this. Your Friday weekend shift coming in on your first day. Your Friday's your Monday. Him and I walk out of briefing. He grabs me in a headlock, despite the fact that he was younger than me. He was always beating me up like the bigger brother. He pulls me to his car, and he hands me a gift wrap box. And he says, open it. So I opened the box, and inside was this. I looked at it, and he grabbed me in a bear hug. The bear hug where it feels like he's going to pop your ribs. And he put me to the ground, and he said, buddy, that's to remind you why you got into this job. Let's go help somebody. I struggled with a way to close this, and I'll never have closure. Alex will never have closure. The family will never have closure. But I know he's up there watching over us with that smile. How he kind of squinted his eyes and they closed when he smiled. And that's how I'm going to remember him. And I know no matter where I go, he's going to be with me. Thank you.